Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. I do upload twice a week and also on Friday. So that's 3 times a week. Mondays and Thursdays, and then a philosophical Friday upload to kick off our weekend and push us into hopefully having a very good weekend. Welcome to any new subscribers. I'm delighted and pleased to have you. Hope you stay for a good long time. Bring a friend with you next time. I have decided to just do this, hopefully this short follow-up that I wanted to include in the last upload regarding Omarion and his calm demeanor and his peacefulness after such a public and harsh breakup with his then wife of his kids, or mother of his two boys, April Jones, in which I did a video on her prior. In which I neglected to add this piece, and instead of redoing that whole thing, I just thought I'd add another one. So this is that piece. I often ask myself, what's in that person that I didn't see before that would make them do that now? Is that's a question that people ask themselves all the time. In other words, he was with her and she mothered his children, and there was never any indication that she had her eye on his good friend who he's singing the group B2K with, or anybody else through Hollywood by which he's introduced her, because she wasn't from Hollywood. And I asked myself, was it a front the whole time? Or was this person that way the whole time? It's because I've seen and I've heard many people before, you know, um, the husband cheated with the secretary, or the wife cheated with the boss, and you had been to dinner parties with this person before and there wasn't any indication. And that too seems um, a violation to your, it's certainly a disrespect to your relationship, a violation to your personhood. And I think to myself, how is it that we don't see this in a person? And how is it that we can protect ourselves from choosing such a person again? Now, does that just come out? Or is this person trying to poke at us and do this to hurt us further? I would say that the truth of a person comes out, and it is the Maya Angelou's remarkable statement: when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Because some of these acts that I just described, I can't even imagine myself doing it. Probably you can't either. But those folks did it. And so when they were picking them as a mate, going through the first process of, you know, dating is a process. And so getting to know them, to find out the things that they like. Are you meeting their representative who becomes their ambassador until they become your buffet? And then everything is good. And when things don't get good, then that the person in the basement shows up. I mean, what what is it that the person all of a sudden just what I hmm, hmm. So I say this without over analyzing. I'll call in Maya Angelou statement, and that is, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. When you start seeing these signs, believe them, take them for what they're worth. Your intuition, trust it. Your recognition of something, believe it. Your observation of it, accept it. Because that's what it is. Now, not to judge. We don't want to judge a person. Nobody's perfect. You can't judge every little thing they do. You got that. That would be taxing, and that would be judgmental. And judgmental is the last thing you want to do. But if there's this kind of a side where you go, that's for you to start paying attention to that, I guess. Because as I think about her, all those men in Hollywood she slept with, would you want that? I mean, knowing it. I think about, as I have said many times before, and I'm not picking on her, but she makes it so available. Is, the dating history with Jennifer Lopez, the dating history with some of the Kardashians. It's like, if I'm a guy, do I want that? Now, and again, that sounds some kind of way. It's not judgment, but it's the reality of adulthood. Do I want that? And so the answer for me is no, I don't want that. That's a beautiful package, and I'll accept the fact that that's a beautiful package. Or in my case, I'll say that's a handsome package. I'll accept the fact that there's a handsome package who is expressing an interest in me, and it could be uh reciprocated back. But once I find out that type of dating, it's like, I'll pass, because I don't want to incur a baggage or unfixed trauma or trauma bonding and all that other. It's just too much. So having said that, um, I don't want to say be careful, because that's, who wants a carefulized relationship? But nobody. Um, so we want to love fully, but then do you say love with reservation? Because that's not fully. I trust your heart, but then if it gets stomped on, how do you, all of that, you know? They said love is a battlefield. And so pick yours wisely, I guess. Is the best thing to do, is to pick your love mate wisely, and to respect them once you have them. And this too is why I believe, as I decide to, that I've made my point well enough at this point, and I certainly hope so. This too is why I believe that the new commodity in a person is their genuineness, is their authenticity, is their virtue, is their integrity. The things you can't make up, put on makeup, or the things you can't boob up, the things for a man, even men are doing so much cosmetic stuff and all, the things you can't fix to the visual eye. Just like Amarian said, the peace is something you don't want to come for, because the peace had to be acquired. It had to be an acquisition for the peace. So you paid a price for the peace. So now the choosing and the selecting of the person is different. She may not have to be that beautiful anymore. She can be beautiful, but not where it's distrustful. All of that. And I'm thinking now about the comment made by Michael B. Jordan, and I did do a video on that, where he says, I'm lonely because the fulfillment isn't there. The fulfillment comes from a full package person, a person who carries that. Now, I would say this, over the past certainly 20 years, maybe more, I'm just throwing off the amount of years as I'm speaking right now, so I'm sure it's more. But the acceptance of what I call pole dancers and sugar babies and side chicks and what they call thoughts and all of that, the secret sassiness behind an arranged relationship and all of that was so flirty and so fun at the time. The gentleman's club and the boys' night out and the man's cave and all. It was so much fun at the time. It was like having Sodom and Gomorrah under control to some degree, but you're still there. But well, how can Sodom and Gomorrah be under control ever? So, but anyway, such to the point till now, men don't even want it anymore, or whomever, vice versa. The person doesn't want that anymore. Now, that's not aged. That's not ageism. That's not they matured out of it. That's not sowing their wheats. There's none of that. it's a disinterest for it. Why? Social media. It's so easy to see it now. It's not even, that's just another one. And so now the search for that person of capacity has become the new commodity. And should you find them, don't F it up like April Jones did, or anyone else who would ghost a person or not recognize a good person or do something to mess up a good thing, do a bad thing to mess up a good thing, whatever. Value it is what I'm saying, because after all, it's so rare and how lucky you are to have it. Okay? And I love you. If you've gotten this far, please click like. Click subscribe if you haven't already. Bring influence next time, and I'm going to catch you later. Okay? I'll see you later. Bye.